So today's episodes are for the real MVPs and the real headaches. Sports parents.
Because for every supportive mama, there's a dad out there negotiating sneaker deals at practice.
Lee, just out of curiosity, what are you drinking over there?
Rum.
Well, I have here a few shots of cinnamon whiskey and a hint of Dr. Pepper Zero.
Which this is just a great time to say. These beautiful Ball and Play Sports Agency cups, they're going to be available in our shop, and pens and hats and things like that. So, shameless plug.
All right, more to the point. Now, we've seen parents ask for deals before their kids made varsity. Parents, we love you, but some of y'all be wildin' when it comes to your kids' NIL deals.
And that's why today we're breaking down the do's and don'ts of being a sports parent in the NIL era. Spoiler alert, you might not like what we say today, but your athlete is going to thank you later. Parents of athletes, there are a few things that you must understand. 1, NIL is business. 2, that means there's contracts and there are taxes. And 3, there are rules, lots of rules. Yes, even in states that allow NIL at the high school level, there are rules.
And guess what? Your kid still needs to play the sport and go to school. You trying to do everything yourself can actually hurt their eligibility or their brand.
And let's be clear, parents can absolutely be part of the team, but don't be the team. You can be the MVP of the support staff, but it's not your job to be the MVP.
So let's talk about some red flags for parents. All right? Red flag alert. If you're calling yourself, and I can't believe I'm saying this, momager in the third person online. Now, momager is a combination of mom and manager, for those wondering.
Or if your kid hasn't scored 15 points in a game, but you're DMing Gatorade, that's a red flag.
Online, if this is you, it's time for a reset. Now, if you're DMing brands directly or posting offers before they're official, red flag, reset. If you're going around calling yourself, again, the momager / here we go, dadager, red flag, time to reset. If you are ignoring taxes or speaking over your athlete instead of letting them lead, red flag, people, reset.
Parents, if you wouldn't sign your kid up for a mortgage without help, don't sign NIL contracts without counsel. Pride is a dangerous thing here. You need to ask questions, you need to stay informed, and you need to let the athlete lead.
Also, get a lawyer who isn't Uncle Ray and who went to law school in the 80s.
So let's pivot here and talk about what great NIL parents do. Great NIL parents ask questions, they get contracts reviewed, they build a team with certified agents like we are, or a tax pro, which I am, a brand strategist if needed, and most importantly, they let the athlete lead and grow.
They also make sure that grades come first and that the social media content is authentic and appropriate.
If you don't know the rules in your state, learn them. Hire someone who does. Let your athlete shine without you muddying the waters.
So what else does a great NIL parent do? What does healthy support look like? Here's your parent game plan. Learn your state's NIL laws. Help your athlete build a trusted support team. Keep communication open, but let your athlete lead. Prioritize academics, because no grades, no eligibility, no NIL. And guard their mental and spiritual health.
And let's be honest, sometimes it's parents that are chasing the spotlight for themselves. But NIL isn't your ministry. It's your child's sport. It's your child's ministry. It's your child's calling. You're supposed to be their covering, not their competition. So I guess bottom line, just remember this is about your kid, not you.
Your kid's NIL deal could change their life. Let's make sure it doesn't mess it up instead.
So again, before responding to any NIL inquiry, ask yourself, is this a real brand or a scam? Because there's a lot of scams out there. Is this offer in line with the schools and the state's rules? Has it been reviewed by a pro? And are you speaking for your athlete or are you letting them lead?
And if you can't confidently answer yes, hit pause and get help.
All right, folks, it's time for this week's listener challenge. And this one's for the parents out there. Have an honest conversation with your student athlete this week. Ask them, what do you want your brand to be? What do you want out of an NIL deal? And then just listen. Don't coach, don't fix, just listen.
And when you find out what your kids want, write it down. Because if the way you describe your kids to others doesn't match what they see in themselves, if what your kid wants doesn't match with what you want for them or for yourself, then it's time to bridge that gap and get on the same page as your athlete.
And parents, if you don't understand exactly or you're unclear about what your child's brand is, take a listen to the first of the Chalk Talk book clubs that came out last Tuesday. It's talking about a great book. It's NIL for athletes and that breaks down exactly what brand is and how to grow your child's brand. So post your biggest takeaway from the listener challenge for this week using the hashtag ball and play. Say it right. Ball and Play Challenge, BALLNPLAY Challenge, and we'll share our favorites on air next week.
Parents, we know you love your kids. We know you want to help. But in NIL, helping looks like stepping back and letting the pros handle the contracts.
And your job is to be the encourager, to pray over your kids, speak life into them, remind them that their identity is bigger than any NIL deal. Support their spirit and schooling and let others handle the business.
Main takeaways for this episode are, number 1, learn your state's NIL rules. 2, sit down with your child and ask them what they want. And 3, talk to a professional, even if it's just for a consult.
And remember, we are here for you. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and on our website at bnpsportsagency.com. We've got freebies, guides, consultations available.
And tune in next week for our episode on DMs, deals, and dumb mistakes. Until then, keep it legal, keep it smart, and keep it moving. This is the AAA Ball and Play podcast. From locker rooms to boardrooms, we're your playbook for life in the NIL era.
This week's freebie download is an NIL playbook for sports parents, what to know before you DM. It's got a quick NIL 101 for parents, 5 things you should never do, contract red flags, questions to ask an agent or lawyer, and resources and a consultation link. So scan the QR code on the screen or check out the link below or visit us at www.bnpsportsagency.com to download this week's free resource. You're listening to the AAA Ball and Play podcast. Quick note, this is for education and entertainment. Nothing here is legal, tax, or financial advice, and nothing we say creates an athlete-agent relationship. Listening or contacting us does not make us your lawyers or your agents. For advice, talk to a qualified professional in your state.